Hi, I'm Ellen McCauley, and I'm at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. You know, I want to share something on a personal level first. You know, I started the group at 338. I had already lost some weight on my own, and in a year lost 100. Bing, bang, boom, 100. Over the next few months, went down 140 or so. Got right between 200, 210, and for what, 4 years? I have done that dance. 4 years. And people say to me, session 11 people, I'm getting a little frustrated. I want to say, excuse me, girlfriend? You're getting frustrated? You want to tell me about frustration? Let's talk. And you know, I have had some parties. I have had sometimes, I'm not saying that every second of every minute of every day, but I went to the doctors. And what's really so funny is, it is so easy to gain the weight. OMG, it is easy to gain the weight. And I remember when I had the little diverticulitis thing going on, well, at the same time, I had either torn or pulled a muscle, and that was undiagnosed because they thought it was that. So for months, since January, for months, I've had this terrible pain in my side. And I said to Bob, I don't want to tell the Pray It Off people because I'm probably dying, and then they're going to worry about gaining the weight back. But I was like a pity party, updating my will. I thought for sure it was some undiagnosed terrible thing, you know. So finally I went back to the doctors, and he goes, why the heck haven't you been here sooner? Why didn't you do something? So he immediately, you know, put me on some medication. And what's the first thing that happened? I started gaining weight. I'm like, what? And he goes, well, it's a natural byproduct of this medication. I'm like, is there any medication out there that the natural byproduct is, oh, you're going to lose weight on this medicine? I don't know. Where is it? I'll get that disease, whatever it is. No, only kidding. But the thing is, and then I talked to him. I brought my logs. And I said, I want you to flip through this reading here. I don't know why I'm not losing weight. Look what I do. Look what I eat. Look what I do. And he goes like this. He goes, oh, what you really should do is carb cycling. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about, carb cycling? And he goes, your body is so used now to not eating carbs or not having different types of foods that it's just staying the same. He said, you should have a day where you're eating like 1,200 calories, and then the next day you're having like 1,500 calories, and then 1,200, and then like 15, and your body's going, what you doing? Because right now it's going, I know what you're doing, and you're not going to change. He said another thing is 1 day a week, you should be able to eat whatever you want, maybe 2,000 calories. Have a piece of cheesecake. I'm like, what? What? What are you talking about? Let me do some research on this. So guess what, everybody? I did some research, and tonight we're going to talk about Carb Cycling 101. Chris Powell is the guru. Oprah loves him. Katie Couric loves him. Dr. Oz loves him. Carb cycling is the foundation of what Chris Powell does with every client. There's 4 different plans: easy, classic, turbo, fit. I know you're all circling the easy, right, as we're learning. And here's the basics. It's an eating plan with alternating high carb and low carb days. It's that simple. It also has built-in reward days or reward meals. You can still eat your favorite foods on a regular basis. You can eat healthy foods, enjoy the foods you love, and listen to this, and still lose weight. Underline that, everybody. Also, it says you eat 5 meals a day. It's really not 5 meals, it's 3 meals and 2 snacks. You eat a high-carb breakfast that includes both protein and carbs within 30 minutes of waking. I know what you're all thinking. High-carb breakfast? I'm having a bagel with cream cheese, I'm having a muffin, I'm having a high-carb breakfast. That ain't what this is talking about, everybody. I'm going to reel you in right now. They're talking about kashigoline with a Greek yogurt. A Greek yogurt has 20 grams of carbohydrates. They're not talking about, it's still calories. It's still 1,200 calories, 1,500 calories, 2,000 calories. But it's saying one day you have higher carbs than healthy higher carbs. And we're going to talk about all of that. And then that one day that you're having a high carb, every day you have a high carb breakfast within 30 minutes of waking. There are people here who are having their first bite of real food at noon. And your body's going, I'm hungry. And then you're not losing weight even though you were hungry in the morning. Your remaining 4 meals, either your high carb or low carb, depending on your plan, you have every 3 hours. You choose only the approved foods, and then you drink a gallon of water. A gallon of water is 64 ounces, 8-ounce glasses a day. I know this is an exciting topic, so I'm going to have you talk about it in small groups, so stay with me, guys. In order to lose weight, our bodies need the right combination of proteins, carbs, and healthy fat. The protein breaks down slowly. We need to build that muscle. We need to get those hand weights. We need to do... How hard is it to watch Jeopardy and do this with the hand weights? Why do we think that we've got to go to the gym and sweat, and then you don't go because you don't have time to go? But you got time to sit there and watch a TV show, get the weights, do this. Protein makes you feel full longer. It burns more calories. Healthy carbs, vegetables, fruits, grains, and legumes. And you're sitting there going, Ellen, I didn't think that's what you meant by carbs. I thought you were talking about the honker pizza and the honker donuts. No. Vegetables, fruits, grains, and... See, I'm talking about one day you eat these things, the next day you don't. When I say too many carbs, I'm talking of... not when I write on your logs, too many carbs. Do you think I'm talking about the veggies and fruits you're eating? No, I'm not. Healthy fats eaten in moderation. See, the M word isn't part of our natural vocabulary. We need to have moderation be part of our regular life. Healthy fats keep our energy levels steady and keep us from feeling hungry. It fits any lifestyle. You can shed weight and body fat, and you can be on this for the rest of our lives. You'll feel better and have more energy, you'll build some muscles, and you'll feel empowered physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I'll tell you something. If I lost the rest of my weight, I promise you, see, God thinks I'm going to quit Pray It Off if I lose the rest of my weight. Lord, with your help, even if I get to my goal weight, we have this joke in college, because there's this one girl, whenever we go to the reunion, she's like, look at me, I'm still at my goal weight. And you just want to slap her, you know. So we'll be talking about the reunion on the phone, and I go, how about you? You at your goal weight? And they're like, no. You? I'm like, no. So one of these days I want to go to my college reunion and go, look at me, I'm at my goal weight. So maybe we can finally do that together. Okay, calories still count. Listen to this very carefully. The average woman should have 1,200 calories per day on a low carb day, 1,500 calories per day on a high carb day, and 2,400 calories per day on a cheat day. See, what we're doing now, many of us, is having a 2,400 calorie day on what we think we're doing good, a 3,000 calorie day when we think we're being a little bad, and on our cheat day, we're having a 5,000 calorie day. So listen to that, 1,200, 1,500, 2,400. And the man, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 on a cheat day. Now, and then he even has some tips. You know, this is funny. It says if you're going to a party or out to eat with friends, take psyllium fiber pills beforehand. All natural. And it's funny, I was on the diet center diet back in the 70s. I told you I've done them all. And they would have us take those psyllium fiber pills. They're not bad. And they help you go to the bathroom. We've talked about that. Several people at the scale tonight, so that'll help you. Chew Chigulus mint gum. Look at this gum. You got to have something. We got to have something. We're not perfect. Add a flavor packet to your water. I'm loving the flavor packets. Try those 3 things. Also, he talks about, somebody walks a mile every day here. And she's walking a mile like this. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, good to see ya. And what Chris Powell is suggesting is you go, hi, how you doing? And then you breathe a little heavier. Yeah, I'll catch you later with the conversation. And at the end, you're trying to catch your breath. 3, 2, 1. You do that for 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1. If you're just strolling along with your buddies, your body's going, this is fine. You think any kind of walk is good exercise, but our body's looking for something more. It's always looking for something more. Let's talk about a high carb day. For breakfast, this is high carb, everybody. Power Crunch cereal. What that is a half a cup of low-fat granola or all bran with 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder and a half a cup of unsweetened almond milk. Several people in the group drink almond milk. I know you're dying to chat, you guys, but I'm reeling you back in. Several people in the group are addicted to this almond milk, and I've never tried it. I've never tried it. Yes.
It is absolutely delicious. My daughter started to eat clean over the last couple of months, and it is absolutely wonderful. 30 calories.
30 calories. I think there's different ones. 30, 60. So let's take a look at this. Thank you for the input. Okay, and I know you guys are going to have a lot of stuff to talk about in small group. All right, that is breakfast. Are you looking at me? This is a high carb day. I don't see jelly donut. I don't see scone. Okay, snack, yogurt crunch. This is a high carb day, high carb. 1 non-fat Greek yogurt, mixed non-fat Greek yogurt with a half a cup of low-fat granola and a dash of stevia or whatever you want to put in it. Now, you might say, Ellen, what's the chicken tostadas? I didn't download. He's got a website. Every week I'll start bringing in more recipes if people embrace this. But I'm going to bring in the chicken stir-fry, the chicken tostadas. But the other snack is oatmeal power shake. A scoop of chocolate protein powder with 3/4 cup of regular oatmeal cooked. It reminds me, I imagine just putting in the oatmeal. Because we wanted to surprise my mother when I was like 12 years old and bake her a birthday cake. And it called for, it was like this, I don't even know what it was called, but it called for a cup of coffee, to put a cup of coffee in it. So my sister and I put the grounds of coffee. We didn't know they meant to make the coffee and put it in. So we always tell that story. So this is cooked oatmeal. Don't put the raw oatmeal in there. And then it says a half a cup of unsweetened almond milk. All right, low carb day. Here's the low carb, everybody. You're still having some carbs for breakfast because remember, Greek yogurt has 20 grams of carbohydrates. So does banana. Then some celery. This is your low carb day. For a snack, cottage cheese on the border. You're getting a cup of non-fat cottage cheese with 3 tablespoons of salsa, a half a cup of chopped tomato, and a 1/3 of a slice of avocado. As soon as I read that, I wanted to run to my kitchen and make it. Doesn't that sound great? And then Asian wraps, and then a chocolate peanut butter shake. A scoop of chocolate protein powder with a tablespoon of natural peanut butter and a half a cup of unsweetened almond milk. So, according to Chris, to lose weight, you have to focus on 3 areas: motivation, food, and exercise. Wouldn't you agree? You got to be motivated to do it. You got to pay attention to what you eat. On one person's log this week, I wrote, I fell asleep reading your food log. It is the same thing that this person has written on their food log for maybe 5.5 years. She will probably know who I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to stop right there, Bob.